Today we start the topics probability. So we are going to study about this probability. Actually, what does it mean? So probability is the possibility of an event or chance of happening an event. So what is the probability of getting some events in possible outcomes? We have to study over here probability. Suppose a man dies. What is the probability of a man dies? So its answer is that is 1, because it is the maximum probability. So it is the sure event. So for sure event, the probability is always 1. And for unsure event, the probability is always 0. So if the question is what is the probability of a man having 3 eyes or man living 200 years, then its answer should be that is 0, because it is unsure event. There is no possible outcome or no favorable case of this probability. So let's study about this probability in detail. And now main points I have write down here. Main points. So number 1, so PE, one of the word is here. This means probability of any event. This is PE, denoted by P of this event is M upon N. This is the formula to find the probability of getting any event. So here M means number of favorable cases upon number of possible cases. So number of possible cases means total number of possible outcome while happening any event or drawing any coin, dice or cards. So it is the possible result to be an event, and number of favorable cases means it is the desired result what we want to draw, or what it is happening in an event. It is a required result from any out of possible cases. So number of favorable case divided by number of possible case means it is the probability. So this is the empirical formula of probability. And as you know that the probability is always lies between 0 to 1. As I mentioned just now, the probability, the unsure event, its value is 0, and for sure event its value is, or probability is 1. So maximum value of probability is always 1 and minimum value of probability is always 0. If we have probability of any event and probability of not happening any event, then its sum or addition is, its total is always 1. It is the probability of happening any event and it is the probability of not happening that event. So if we add together, this becomes 1. So this is the answer. Whenever it is asked for non-happening any event, we can find out by 1 minus probability of E. When we transpose this term into here, then we get probability of E not happening this event is equal to 1 minus probability of that event. So in number 4, we have addition theorem. It is related with probability. So in addition theorem, if we have two events, if A and B are two events, then probability of A or B, probability of this event A or another event B is denoted by symbol A union B. which can be written as PA plus PB minus PA intersection B. This is the result of A union B. So that means this is the probability of occurrence of either A or B, or we can say at least one of these two events is denoted by P A union B, probability of either A or B, or at least one of them is equal to probability of getting event A plus probability of getting event B minus probability of getting both events. If two events are mutually exclusive, then probability of A union B is equal to PA plus PB only. There is no value of probability of happening this A intersection B, because two events are mutually exclusive. That means if one event happens here, then another event does not occur, doesn't happen, or does not come in these events. So two events are disjoint. Both events does not come simultaneously. So that's why this value, probability of A intersection B, is 0. So for three cases, for three events A, B, and C, we have a probability of A union B union C is equal to PA plus PB plus PC minus PA intersection B minus PB intersection C minus PC intersection A plus PA intersection B intersection C. This is the probability of getting for three events A, B, and C. Whenever we have to find the probability of either A or B or C, that means at least one of these three events, then we have to write down this formula: PA plus PB plus PC minus PA intersection B minus PB intersection C minus PC intersection A plus PA intersection B intersection C. Similarly, as mentioned above, we have if three events are mutually exclusive, then we can write down PA plus PB plus PC only. So for mutually exclusive, we have to write down only this formula. There is no intersection or common part, so we can write 0 0 0 0 for all the events. So write down only PA plus PB plus PC for mutually exclusive events. So this is the formula to find the probability, and this theorem is known as addition theorem. That's why we have write down the plus in the case probability of these two events. Now we can move ahead for another theorem. Okay, we are moving ahead. So let's write another formula. So another formula, name of this formula is multiplication theorem. It is also known as compound probability and also known as multiplication theorem. That is same thing. So if two events, if A and B be two independent events, then PA intersection B, that means and, also we can write and. PA intersection B means PA times PB. So this is the formula to find the any two events, probability of any two events, probability of happening any two events or both events. Intersection means it is and or both events. So for this we can write the symbol. This is the intersection. So probability of happening or getting this event as well as this event. So to find these both events, we should multiply together. That's why its name is multiplication theorem, PA into PB, where A and B are two independent events. So independent events means, what does it mean? So it means the event, any event A does not impact on the event B. That means they are different events. So one event, occurrence of one event does not affect on occurrence of another event. So they are two independent events. So for these independent cases or events, we should apply this formula. Now we move on into another topics. It is conditional probability. Conditional probability. So in this case, we have to take two dependent events. So if A and B be two dependent events, then probability of A slash B. So this is the probability of getting this event when event B has already occurred, when the probability of B has already known or already given. In that case, we can find the probability of getting this event on the basis of these events. So for this case, we find the probability of this event when this event has already given or already find out by the formula. So for this case, we can write down probability of A intersection B divided by probability of B. So the probability of getting this event has already given, it is already given, so divide it by PB, where PB is not equal to 0. The denominator should not be 0, that's why I have written PB is not equal to 0. So if we find the probability of getting B when the another events A is already occurred, then in this case we should write like this: probability of B slash A. That means probability of getting this event when this event is already given. So in this case we can write the formula A intersection B, or B intersection A also we can write, that is same thing, as well as in the denominator we have probability of getting or happening event A, because this event is given, that is already known, so that's why I write down PA. In this case also probability of getting this should not be 0. If it becomes 0, then probability does not come, so it is not defined for this case, so we should write is not equal to 0. So this is conditional probability. This is another type of probability when one of the event out of two event, if one event has already occurred, then the probability of this event out of this event, then this condition we can use the conditional probability. So number 7, also we have the another formula related to permutation and combination. As you know that the combination, it is the formula for combination, NCR. This is the formula or notation, we can say this is the combination formula. C means it is combination. Actually combination means selection. Out of n object, R object can be selected at a time. So this is the formula. This is n factorial divided by n minus r factorial times r factorial. So whenever the this is the combination, so for selection or chosen or some item drawn from the bag or from any box, then we should write this formula. So for this word we can use this formula when probability is going to find. So before finding the probability, if some items or some events are selected from total possible outcome, then we should write this formula. NCR means n factorial, where n is total objects and r is number of objects taken from this n objects. That this is r. So we should write this one. So these are the formula. Now we can discuss about coin, dice, and cards. So probability usually applied in this case. This is the now I'll give you some example of coin, dice, and cards. So let's discuss about this some more examples. So number one, it is coin. So for coin, we can show the probability or happening any chances to show the events. So as you know that a coin has how many faces? It has two faces. That is what? What are they? One is head and another is tail. So total events in a coin is two. One is head and another is tail. So we can write down. N is equal to 2. N means it is number of possible cases. So it is the number of possible result or possible outcome. So total possible outcome is 2. So we can write down the number of sample space. This means number of sample space, number of possible outcome, or number of results to be appear. That is 2. If two coins are tossed, then number of sample spaces are 4. So how to write number of sample space 4? So let's see example. That is so let's write first coin. Another is second coin. We have altogether 2 coins. So for first coin, if there may appear head, and for second coin there is also head. So this is the one of the event. This is one of the event in first coin and second coin. If the first as head is appear in first coin and tail is appear in second coin, then this will be the another event. And similarly, if the tail comes in first coin and head comes in second coin, this will be the another event. And finally, both tail is the another event occurring in first coin and second coin. So if we count all the events 1, 2, 3, 4, then the number of sample space or number of event occurs in this case is 4. So these are the events happening in 2 coins. So if 2 coins are tossed, then or 2 coins are flipped, then we get number of results are 4. If 3 coins are tossed, then number of sample species are 8. So how to be 8? How can we show the number of sample space 8? So for this, let's see the example. So we have the first coin, second coin, third coin. So here we can write head, and head. All 3 coins have same event. They are head, and head. This is one of the event occurring in this case. This may be possible for 3 coins. Here is head, and tail. This is another event. It may be occur out of these three coins. Head, tail, and head. This is another event. It may be possible. And here is a head, tail, and tail. This may be another events. And tail, head. This is another event. And tail, head. This is another event. And tail, head, tail, and tail, tail, tail. So if we count all the events, then we get this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So from this to this, from this step to this step, we can count all the events and this will be 8. So in this way, if 3 coins are available and 3 coins are tossed simultaneously or together, then there will be number of sample space or number of possible outcome. It becomes 8. So if we take the dice, then what will happen? What is the probability of getting a some events happening in a dice or 2 dice, or if you take 3 dice, then what will happen? So let's study. And if one dice is rolled once, then what will happen? What is the probability of, or what is the total sample space for one dice? So if one dice is rolled, then number of sample space n is equal to, that means our number of sample space. Write down everything. Number of sample space, that is n is equal to 6. How to become 6? That means 6 means it is a phase 1 in a dice. We can see the one of the phase is 1, another phase is 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So not more than 6. We have only 6 phases. Either 1 may turn off, or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 only at a time. So total number of sample space becomes 6 after counting this all value. If 2 dice are rolled, then number of sample space in shortcut denoted by n, it becomes 6 power 2, that means 36. If 2 dice are available there, then the number of sample space, there are so many sample space and the number is 36. We can show these all 36 sample space in the figure also. Then so actually here is, if 1 dice is over here, then we can write the power 1. If 2 dice are rolled, or we have 2 dice, then write down the power 2. And if 3 dice are there, then write down 6 power 3. That means actually it is a multiplication rule of counting. That's why 6 into 6 means 36. So how to show this 36? We can write this one. So let's write second dice and first dice. Here is first dice and here is second dice. Here is 1. No. Here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So second dice has 6 phases. Write down 1 to 6. And first dice also has same pattern, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So we can block this 2, 3. So we have this table, and this is the first number occurring in this first dice. So write down 1, and the second dice also 1. This is the 1, 1 event for first and second dice. And if you write down the first dice event is 1 and the second dice is 2, then 1, 2. And here is 1 and here is 3, so we can write 1, 3. Here is 1 and 4 means 1, 4. Here is 1 and 5 means 1, 5. And 1 and 6 means 1, 6. So these are the possible event. After taking 1 and all the possible events from second dice. So similarly, we can write down here is 2 and 1, 2 comma 1. This is the events from first dice, and this is the event of second dice. So it becomes 2 comma 1. Similarly, we can write down this we can fill up every room. Similarly, if here is 6 and here is 1, then it will be 6 comma 1. We can also fill up this table in a similar way, and 6 comma 2 and 6 comma 3 and 6 comma 4, 6 comma 5 and 6 comma 6. So if we fill all the table, all the rooms, then we can show here is also 6 events and here is also 6 events. So in total 6 6 are 36. We can take the cards also. So it is related with playing cards, and we play these cards in especially in the Saint year. So let's see the cards, the number of cards. So how many total number of cards do you know? So okay, we have 52 cards. In total, we have 52 cards. So well shuffled card means there are 52 cards. राम्रोसँग फेटिएको कार्डहरु हामीसँग 52 कार्ड्स हुन्छ विदाउट जोकर हैन, जोकर बिना नै हाम्रो 52 कार्ड्स हामी अवेलेबल भइहाल्छ। त्यसमा हामीले लिने भनेको यसमा चाहिँ अलरेडी वी हैव टू कलर means one is a red color and another is black color. So out of how many total red color and black color, red means how many cards are red, that means 26. 26 cards are red and 26 cards are black. अब रेड कार्ड पनि 26 कसरी हुन्छ, के मिलेर हुन्छ त्यो पनि स्टडी गरौँ। दिस इज रेड कार्ड्स। सो रेड मीन्स one of the card is heart, मुटुको चित्र हुन्छ यसमा, हार्ट शेप हुन्छ। त्यस्तै अब यसमा हुन्छ डायमन्ड शेप, हार्ट पनि यसमा 13 वटा कार्ड्स हुन्छ, डायमन्डको पनि 13 वटा कार्ड्स हुन्छ। 13 means थाहा छँदैछ हामीलाई 13 means so for one here is A written, ace, it is called ace, and the number 2, number 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, but there is not 11. So in the place of 11 it is jack and it is queen. For 12 we should write q, and for 13 it is king. So if you count from 1 to A to K, then it will be 13. So one color will be 13 paper, heart as well as diamond. Now black color. So let's discuss about the black color. So black color means it is one of the color is club. So there are 13 cards in a club, as well as there is another card spade. It is also 13 number of cards. So altogether 13 plus 13 plus 13 plus 13 means it will be 52 cards. As you go through this one, face card and non-face card, so let's discuss, we can discuss later on. So first of all, A means what? This A means what? This is S, this is S, and these are 4 aces out of 52 cards. One from heart, one from diamond, one from club, one from spade. And the J means what? This J means it is jack. It is also 4 number of jack, and another cards is Q. So what does it mean? Q means its full form is queen, so it is also 4. And another symbol is K, and K means it is king. You can say Batsa. So K-I-N-G, king, that is 4. So altogether these are the face card as well as face cards. So how many face cards altogether? 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4, that means 16. There are 16 face cards in a cards out of 52. Ace, Jack, Queen, King. It shows the clear picture and numbering is not shown over there. So write down face cards 16. And in this way we can write down non-face card, non-face cards, non-face cards. That means 52 minus 16. So total cards are 52. And if we subtract 16, then it will be 36. So 36 are non-face cards. So these are the example of coin, dice and cards. So now we can solve the problem related to probability. So let's do some problem from the probability. Okay. Now we are going to solve some questions. So question number 1 is, from 20 tickets marked from 1 to 20, we have 20 number of tickets 20. It is written from 1 to 20 and 1 is drawn at random. So we have to find the probability that it is odd number. So from this 20 ticket, what are the odd number? How many odd numbers are there? We have to count, and this odd number, first of all, we are going to solve this question first of all. So let's solve this question. Here number of sample space means possible outcome, total number of possible outcome or possible results. So number of sample space is denoted by n and its number is 20 because we have 20 tickets from 1 to 20. So write down 20 directly. And the number of favorable cases for odd number. For odd number, it is denoted by m. फेभरेबल केसमा हामीसँग odd number छ. Odd number कतिवटा हुन्छ यहाँ काउन्ट गर्नु पर्यो. जस्तै odd number means 1 and 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15, 17 and 19 up to 20. We can write down from 1 to 20, between 1 and 2. Numbers should be lying between 1 to 20. These are the odd number. If you count all the odd number, then it will be 10. Counting from 1 to 19. So 10 numbers are odd. And therefore we can write down the required probability. Required probability is equal to m upon n. This is a formula to find the probability, m by n. And here is m is 10 and n is 20. If we cut down 0 and 0, then we get 1 by 2. So this is the probability for odd number or happening odd number. So this is the solution of A. And let's go to solution B. So in solution B, if you look once, then it is written in multiple of 4. So let's discuss about this. So what does it mean? Multiple of 4 means what? So it is the table of 4. As you write multiple of 4 means what? 4, 8, 4 2 is 8, 4 3 is 12, 4 4 is 16, 4 5 is 20. So these are the numbers lying between 1 to 20 divisible by 4 or multiple of 4. That is same thing. So write down. Similarly, multiple of 5 means what? So what are the number lying between 1 to 20 and also divisible by 5? Or it is the multiplication table of 5 or the number which are divisible by 5. So we can write 5, another number is 5 2 is 10, another is 5 3 is 15, another is 5 4 is 20. So how many numbers are common over here? So here is 20 common, here is also 20 common. So 20 and 20 one time common. So if we count all the number over here, then number of favorable cases cases, favorable cases for multiple of 4 or 5 is equal to, here is number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So write down 5 plus 1, 2, 3, 4. Write down 4 and one event is common here. So for this one event common, we should write -1 because it is repeated 2 times. Same event is repeated 2 times. So write down only 120 this event. So altogether we have 8 events. Number of favorable cases is 8. So therefore required probability is equal to m by n, and m means this number of favorable cases and it is 8, and the possible outcome, that is n is same from this question, 20, n is 20. If you cut down this number 4 2s are 4 5s are, then it will be 2 upon 5. So this is the required probability of getting this multiple of 4 or 5, and the answer is 2 upon 5. So this is the one of the question, and we solve it like this by applying this formula m by n. Okay, we have another question number 2. So question is, first of all understand the question. The chance that A can solve the problem is 3 by 5. So chance means it is probability. So it is P of A, that is 3 upon 5. And the chance for B is 2 upon 3. It is the chance for B, and find the probability that the problem is solved by A and B. This problem is solved by both A and B, not done by or solved by A or B. It is and means it can be solved. It should be solved by both member A and B. And the next one is problem is solved. It doesn't matter that the problem is either solved by A or B. It should be solved by anyone. So at least one of them can solve this problem. So this is the probability done by these two persons. And another question is, none of them can solve the problem. It is just complement, or none of them can solve the problem. दुवै जनाले problem solve नगर्ने chance अथवा probability निकाल्नुपर्छ यसमा. And last question, A solves the problem but B can't. So this problem can be solved by, is solved by A but not B. B can't. So this is not solved by B, only solved by A. So for this we have the given data. So what is given? Probability of solving this question by A is 3 upon 5, and probability of solving this question by B is what? 2 upon 3. These two values are given. So let's do for first question. So first question we have problem is solved by A and B. So what does it mean? How to write this one? A and B. So it is the notation, solved by both person A and B. So and means both, and both means intersection sign. So probability of solving this question by A and B means, if you write down the formula for this case, then we can write PA into PB. This is the formula to find the probability for both. So what is the value of PA? It is 3 upon 5. PB means it is 2 upon 3. If you cancel 3 and 3, we get 2 upon 5. So this is the answer. This is the required answer for this question. And for question number B, what is given? Problem is solved. It means this question is solved by anybody. It doesn't matter. It should be solved by A and it should be solved by B. It doesn't concerned over there. So problem जसरी पनि solve हुनु पर्यो, either A ले गरेको होस् अथवा B ले गरेको होस्, हाम्रो सरकार problem solve हुनेसँग छ. That's why we can write in this case is probability of either A or B. So question number B means this one. Either this problem is solved by A or this problem is solved by B. It doesn't matter. So if we write down the formula A union B, so this OR means union. And union means what? PA plus PB minus PA intersection B. This problem is, if this problem is solved by A, then we should write PA. If it is solved by B, then PB. If it is solved by both, then we can write probability of A intersection B. So write down the value PA. What is the value of PA? Then 3 upon 5. Value of PB 2 upon 3. And intersection, for intersection we should write this value same. PA intersection B means 2 upon 5. 2 upon 5 from above, or that means PA into PB. PA into PB. If you take LCM from here, then we should write LCM is 15 and 5 3s are 15, 3 3s are 9, 3 5s are 15, 5 2s are 10, 5 3s are 15, 3 2s are 6. So it means 13 upon 15. This is the answer. So let's go to this number. None of them can solve the problem. No, not, or neither means the probability of not solving this problem by anybody, or A or B. That means for this we should write PA complement, or this means probability of not solving this question by A. So we can write for this 1 minus PA. That means if we substitute the value of PA, then it will be 1 minus 3 by 5. That means 5 minus 3 means 2. 2 upon 5 is the probability for not solving this question by A. Similarly, probability of B complement, that means this problem is not solved by B, then it will be find out by this, by using this formula 1 minus PB. This means this one. 1 means it is the maximum probability, and from maximum probability we should subtract the solving this question by PB. So 1 minus PB means what? 2 upon 3, and here is 3 minus 2 means 1 by 3. So this is the probability of not solving this question by A and B. So let's talk about the number C. So for this is the number C option. So none of them can solve the problem means probability of A union B complement. We can write down this one. So this is the problem solved by anyone means A union B, and problem solved by problem not solved by anyone, these two members means this one, and we can write 1 minus probability of A union B. So this is the formula. So we should subtract this term from 1 and write down 1 minus P A union B means 13 by, so as we in question number A, problem is solved. Number B, in number B we have the problem is solved means this is the probability of solving this problem by anyone. So probability of A union B, we have already done this question and it is 13 upon 15. And finally if you take LCM from here, 15 minus 13, 2, and it will be 2 upon 15. So this is the answer for this probability, and none of them can solve the problem means this one. And for number D, we have A solves the problem but B can't. That means in notation we can write probability of A and intersection, but means also and means this intersection sign, and B can't means B is the negative statement, A intersection B complement. So if you write this one, then probability of A times probability of B complement, and if you write down the value of PA, intersection means it is multiply, or we can say it is multiplication theorem. So from multiplication theorem, we can write PA times PB complement. And so for this, we can write 3 upon 5 into PB complement means we have already calculated this value. PB complement means 1 upon 3. So directly write down 1 upon 3. So if we cut 3 and 3, then it will be 1 upon 5, and this is the answer for question number D. So these are the solutions which we have find from this question. So as you can see, question number 3 on the whiteboard. So this means that this is the question, and here are total boys and the number of total girls, and out of them we have to select only 2 students from everywhere. So 2 students are chosen, or it will be selected from randomly at randomly. So we have to find the probability both are boys, both persons should be boys and both persons should be girls, and one boy and one girl. So we have to find this probability for each category. So here are total students. We can write total students, that means 60 boys plus 40 girls, that means total 100 students. So there is a, we can write n. This n means what? Number of selection of two students from 100 students. So it can be written as 100 C and 2. 100 C2 means what? So here is a word sentence to write this 100 C2. अब 100 C2 कसरी आउँछ यहाँ वर्डमा डिस्क्राइब गरिएको छ. एक्चुअली यसमा चाहिँ यो 100 भनेको n को प्लेसमा लेख्ने, NCR को फर्म हो यो. n means total number of students which is written here 100, and out of 100 बाट कुनै पनि any 2 student we can choose. Okay, small n means number of selection of 2 students from 100. So it can be written as 100 C2, and if you calculate this value by using formula, then it will be 100 factorial divided by 100 minus 2 factorial into 2 factorial. So this formula comes by using this formula NCR. This is the formula from this one. Now NCR means n factorial divided by n minus r factorial, r factorial. This is the formula for this question. So n factorial means, n means here 100, so 100 factorial, n minus r means 100 minus 2 factorial and 2 factorial. So if we solve this one, then it will be, here is n, number of selection of 2 students from 100. So it can be written as like this, 100 C2. So after using this formula, combination formula, we get 100 factorial, n means 100. So 100 factorial. This is the factorial sign, and n means 100, r means 2, this is r, and r factorial means 2 factorial. When we solve it, then we get 4950. Number of selection of 2 boys. So go to number A. So in number A, we have both are boys. Boys means we have total boys 60. And out of them we can select only 2. So 2 boys from 60. So total number of boys is 60. So we can write is 60 C2. And if we solve it, then by using formula, then it will be 60 factorial. 60 minus 2 factorial and 2 factorial. So if we solve it, 60 factorial and 58 factorial and 2 factorial, then we get this term 60 into 59 into 58 factorial stuff, and here is also 58 factorial. We can cut 58 and 58. Then 2 factorial means 2 into 1. As you cancel 2 and 60, this one, then it will be 1770. So this is the value of m, that means number of favorable case for two boys, both are boys, and therefore required probability is equal to m by n, and the value of m is 1770, value of n is 4950, and if we cut down by 3, both numbers by 3, then we get 59 divided by 165. So this is the answer of number A. Similarly, we can do this number also. Both are girls. So for girls, the number of sample space is same. Your same the number of sample space, and the number of favorable case for both girls we can write down like this: number of selection of 2 girls from 40 girls, because total number of girls is 40. So in this case we can write 40C2, and in the similar way we can deduct the value or calculate the value like this, and required probability means m by n. So we can do like this. So it is a self task, and now we can move directly to this number C, 1 boy and 1 girl. So let's do some activities for 1 boy and 1 girl. So number of sample space is same for all question. So let's find out the value for n, which is number of selection of 1 boy from 60. We have to choose only 1 boy, and the total boys are 60. So write down 1 boy from 60 and 1 girl from 40. So number of total girls is 40. So out of 40 we have to select or choose 1 girl, and out of 60 we have to choose 1 boy. So in combination, this sentence is written as like this: 60C1. This is the process to write in the combination form. 60 means total student, total boys, and out of them we have to choose only 1 boy. Similarly, and means it is multiply, and 40 means total girl, and out of them we have to choose only 1 girl. So 60C1 means 60, and 40C1 means 40. It is 40. After applying this formula, n factorial by n minus r factorial times r factorial, यदि हामीले त्यो फर्मुला युज गर्यौं भने we get 60, and 40C1 means 40. So altogether we have 2400, and in this case we have required probability is equal to m by n, and we have the value of m is 2400, and value of n is same as above, 4950. If we cut down 0 and 0 from numerator and denominator, then we get this value. Still we can cut down this both numbers by 3, and 3 8 जा 3 0 जा 3 1 जा 3 6 जा 18, 3 5 जा 15, 2 4 जा 40, and no, it is. So if we cut this both numbers by 5, then it will be 16 and it will be 33. So write down 16 divided by 33, and this is the answer. So after cancellation of these both numbers, we get 16 by 33. This is the final answer for the probability of 1 boy and 1 girl. So this is the solution by using probability.